At least 7 people were killed, including 6 children and their mother, in an Israeli airstrike in central Gaza on Sunday. The fresh strike comes a day after 15 people, all from the same family, were killed in the same region. According to the United Nations, more than 80% of the population of Gaza has been forced to evacuate. Saturday's orders come just one day after Friday's evacuation orders in Khan Younis, where 170,000 people were forced to move to a safer area. The UN also saying that the safe zone within Gaza is down to 11% of the territory. Diplomatic efforts to halt the Israel-Hamas conflict and secure a deal to return hostages held in Gaza have intensified in recent days. On Sunday, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken arrived in Israel ahead of Monday's meeting with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. It comes just days after the U.S. put forward bridging proposals for the warring parties that neither Hamas or Netanyahu have accepted.
There's 2 things that the Iranian acting foreign minister pointed out in all of that. He said, on the one hand, the Iranians don't believe that the Israelis are serious about the talks, but they also believe that the United States is not an objective mediator in all of this because the United States is obviously so firmly in the corner of Israel.
They've put in new conditions which are unacceptable. If they go back to what the Americans agreed upon a couple of months earlier, then I think the talks could succeed. But the Americans and the Israelis have shifted the goalposts, and Hamas is not going to accept that. So I'm not optimistic about the ceasefire, but even if there is one, the Iranians will still have to strike the Israeli regime because, again, this is an issue of deterrence.
We are conducting negotiations and not a scenario in which we just give and give. There are things we can be flexible on, and there are things that we cannot be flexible on, which we will insist on. We know how to distinguish between the two very well.
Following his meetings in Israel, Blinken will travel to Egypt on Tuesday, which has been a key negotiator in the ceasefire talks. Catalina Gillies, City News.